Hello Super Sentai fans, and welcome back to Project Unlock, the final 100. So we are in the midst of tracking down the final 100 keys that I need for my collection to have every single kind of every single key. Today we have no new keys, so yeah, that's fun. So there's no brand new keys here today. However, this is really cool. So I wanted to show these off again. I showed these off in a Project Unlock, I want to say back in May, I think it was. I'm filming this in July, you're seeing this in September. But basically, something really cool happened, like really freaking cool. So when I had bought these, I had an intention for them other than just getting them. And that was that I had realized there are so many different variants of the Gokai Red Ranger key that these were perfect to hold all of those. And as an example, let's just go ahead and open up this first one right here. I don't remember which keys were in here specifically. But yeah, okay, so they're kind of falling out. But this one I had used it to put, is this just a regular deluxe Gokai Red? Yeah, so that's a deluxe Gokai Red, Candy Toy Gokai Red, Candy Toy Gokai Christmas, and then this is the metallic Candy Toy Gokai Red. So I was thinking, you know, if I got every single version of Gokai Red, I could fill these 3 cases, right? And that is true. That is definitely, certainly true. However, just like how I stumbled upon these on Bandai a couple months ago when I was doing some hunting, I was unboxing stuff, the most recent episode I posted had movie edition and everything, and in that order, I found this thing. And sometimes, you know, in Project Unlock, things just kind of come around that are just absolutely perfect. So, there is one key to unbox here, which was put in this box of crackers or something. I don't really know what this is. But this is a key that I already have, but I bought it specifically for a specific reason that pertains to today's video. So, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. So this key right here is, well, it's Gokai Red again, but specifically, this is a duplicate of the Gokai Red key from the Ranger Key Set Deluxe, where the keys were metallic. So 001, metallic Gokai Red. Like I said, I already have this key, and there's a reason why I bought it. So I believe my count is correct, and we'll demonstrate it throughout today's video. There are 16 different versions, at least as far as I classify as a new, unique version of a key, Gokai Red keys. And I can't even believe I found this. I still don't know the story behind this, just like I don't know the story behind these. But for like $20-ish, I found this, which is basically the same kind of thing as the other cases, but it's all metallic red, and it's bigger. This holds 16 keys, which is the exact amount of Gokai Red keys that there are. This is really cool. So what I'm going to do with this, and it's full of keys, is that I'm going to use this thing to hold every version of Gokai Red. So, which version did I get here today, actually? Watch, I think it's actually a duplicate of, it's the one that I just bought for the purposes of this video. Of course it would be. Of course it would be. So now I have an extra one. I didn't need to do that. Good thing I didn't spend too much. But, yeah, I don't need anything that's in this key container. This is all, there's one Candy Toy key in here, and that is the Sabre Killer that's sitting in here. But there's also, these are all deluxe keys that I don't need for any particular reason, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. But, yeah, like, look how nice the foam cuts are. Like, these keys fit in here perfectly. And, like, it's, like, literally the most perfect possible thing for what I wanted to do. Like, how? So I'm going to take all these keys out of here, and we're going to go through every version of the Gokai Red Ranger key and why they're all so slightly different. And here's where this all started. So here is the original deluxe Gokai Red Ranger key, number 001, as you can see right there. No copyright information on the sticker, nothing like that. This was, you know, kind of just a default generic Ranger key. And that was the very first one released. So we'll go ahead and put that up there at the top. There we go. Now, the next thing that we had a Candy Toy version of that key, which I think, is this the one that I'm looking for? and that is this one. So the Candy Toy version, I think, had a bigger symbol on the chest. Since it was a Candy Toy version, it had the sticker there in between the legs. It was still key number 001, and it has copyright information on the sticker there, so it is slightly different. So we'll put that one in there as well. Next up, we had the metallic variant of the Candy Toy key, and I think this is the one that I'm looking for. It is. So this one looks pretty much identical to the deluxe variant, and I probably should have put the metallic one over there, but I will do that. But this is also number 001, but it has Candy Toy copyright information there and a sparkly sticker, so that is metallic. Like I said, I'm going to move that over, so we'll put that right here. And then, where was it? Here is the original metallic Gokai Red Deluxe key, which is 001, and has the glittery sticker without any copyright information. So there is that key. Then we have the Gashapon versions of these keys. And of course, since they're Gashapon versions, the stickers are absolutely terrible, as to be expected. But the very first version of the Gashapon key, which just does not want to stick at all, was this one. And this one you can tell is the very first version because it has a sticker for the legs there, for the black part. Obviously it has a chest sticker, it has the Gashapon hinges, and it has the Gashapon kind of key back sticker. And it's a terrible, terrible version of this key. But that was the very first one that they made from Gashapon Set 1. Now by the time we got to Gashapon Set 3, the stickers were changed a little bit. It's a little bit of a darker yellow. There's no longer a sticker there in between the legs. And this is pretty much the same on the back there, but it is technically a new version nonetheless. And then they kind of got tired releasing Gokaigers constantly in Gashapon, so when they got to a certain point, they released these metallic Gashapon ones that had these glittery stickers that are a little bit darker, kind of a sparkly-ish kind of plastic, and they also have a nice shiny sticker there that's a lot kind of cool looking. But of course, just like all the other ones, the stickers are terrible. They're also made of like a thinner kind of material, so they're not that great. And then finally, the first, I mean, it's still technically a Gashapon key. That was this one, the very first premium Bandai Gokai Red key. And this was the Ranger Key Set's one-click version that has this button here that allowed it to auto-flip into a key. It came with pre-established or pre-applied stickers that had a little bit of a more bigger back ending there, so they don't peel as bad. So that was that one, and the first premium Gokai Red. We're not done yet, obviously. We still had a couple of the ones that came out in the Prime toy line. We'll start kind of stacking some keys up here. We'll go ahead and start with this one, which is Gokai Christmas, which is technically not Gokai Red. However, in the two versions released of Gokai Red, or of Gokai Christmas, one of them was used a Gokai Red key body, and the other one used a Gokai Green key body. The Candy Toy version of this key used a Gokai Red key body because it is key number 001. So it's essentially that Candy Toy key right there, just with some green paint on it, and of course the green Christmas sticker right there. The Gashapon version of this key uses Gokai Green, so this is technically a Gokai Red Ranger key. That's why it counts. Now we get into the era of the promotional Gokai Red keys. So these are ones that look like Gokai Red, but are the first ones to not be key 1 or 001. So key number 194, this one was a Telebi-kun pack-in, which is essentially a deluxe key in terms of the hinge and, not having a sticker and stuff there. But it basically has a Candy Toy sticker there, which is really strange. But that's that one. That's the Telebi-kun pack-in, which was key number 194. Key number 196 right here was one of the apparel keys that was packed in with like sweaters and hoodies and that kind of thing. It's a hard one to find. It looks pretty much just like a regular key. It has some copyright information there, but it is a unique key number at 196. Then we have key number 197. This one was the pack-in with the Wii Gokaiger game, which is going to look very identical to the one that came with the apparels. But it is a unique key number nonetheless. And then we have a couple more. We're almost there. 202, 203, and where is it? 198. So where is it? Is that 2-1? So now for the final three keys that are all pretty much the same thing as well, although they do have two slightly different key cuts. We have key number 198, and this one was a pack-in with the CD for Gokaiger. So there is that. It's very similar to the last couple that we've had. And of course it looks pretty much virtually 100% identical. So we have that. Then we have key number 203, was the one that was packed in with a DS game. Once again, very similar kind of format there. They all still look like deluxe Gokai Reds. And then the final one released that was not from the newer keys was this one, which was key number 202, which, wait, is that 203? Yeah, this is 203, so I accidentally skipped a number. 202, this is the metallic Gokaiger key that was released with the Gokai Galleon Buster. So it's very much, in aesthetics, the same as Ranger Key Set Deluxes, but it looks a little bit different. So we have the Memorial Edition Gokai Red that was released with the Memorial Edition Mobiarts in 2022. These have removed key numbers, so there is that. And then we have released in 2023 with the Memorial Edition Gokai Gun. We have a metallic version of the Memorial Key. So these two keys and the one-click version are the only ones I don't have duplicates of to permanently keep in here. I wish that I did, but I do not. So we'll go ahead and put the metallic one in there for now. I'll take them out later and put that Christmas one back in there until I get some more permanent ones to put in here. And then we'll put Gokai Christmas right here for the fun of it. And then just for the fun of it, here once again, or not once again, but here is also a Super Mega Force Red key. Okay, we did it. So that is the legacy of the Gokai Red Ranger key. Please don't make any more. So I've had enough of this. I can't believe how many different versions of this key that there are and how they are so slightly different. And I think that that is just the imperfect encompassing picture of this line and why I do this whole show. So this is really cool. I'm really happy I got to put this together, and I can't believe I found just like the absolute perfect case for this, because then I can just take this, close it up, and I have this perfect container to store all versions of the Gokai Red Ranger key. It's so perfect. So, like I said, there was no new key today, but this is just kind of a fun video I wanted to show off because I could not believe how perfect this thing was for the purposes of this video. And I also kind of want to break down my rationale as to how keys are different, because as you saw, every key there was somewhat different in some regard, which is why I'm doing this whole show and why I'm going so in-depth and detailed with this series. So, there it is. So, of course, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or LandyFigPR. Here's the key counter as it is right now, even though it hasn't changed. But that's going to do it. So, of course, until next time, I'll see you all on Project Unlock, where we're always searching for the next key. To wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my $5 and above patrons: Jurassic Samurai, Maggot Alchemist, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brendan Overland, Maji Yellow, MCPC Studios, Comics1017, James Darty, Eric Berry, Tyler Bezetsky, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, Pyramidas, CPT Tesla, Cross SCV, Caboose Ed, Socket Monsters, Daniel Pika, Hella Geo, Thrasher, Jesus Prime, Uni Warrior Thomas, Louis Carnes, and Carlos Alfredo. You can support Toku Topics for as little as $1 a month on my Patreon, linked in the description below.